Welcome into the World Wide Web. Hope you guys are all having a great and fantastic Thursday. Oh my goodness, I think I have something turned on.
La-di-da.
There we go. I forgot to mute. I have the stream pulled up. I forgot to mute the stream. That's great. Well done. Hey, welcome in again. Hope you guys have had a great Thursday. This is the From the W podcast, a brand new podcast about Jesus, gaming, and everything in between that you could ever imagine. I think it's about everything. So far. Welcome in, XtianNinja. Hope you're having a good day, man.
I'm having a half decent day. It's been a long day. It's been an arduous day, but at the same time, it's all been positive. You ever had so many good things happen at once, you're kind of afraid to tell anybody because you don't want to jinx it, or you had so many good things happen that you got to like deal with. That you're like, please don't bless me anymore. I've got enough blessings for now that I have to deal with. Bless me again tomorrow. Thank you.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? So
yeah.
I've had kind of one of those days where it's been awesome and wonderful, and I've been so thankful for what's going on. But at the same time, I'm like, dude, I am so done right now.
Yeah, I had to work today, and I work an hour and a half away from home, and so
Oh,
like,
bro.
I'm like, kind of still in that when you drive home from work, sometimes you get tired, and I'm like half tired, so I have an energy drink, but I'm also like half excited and amped up, so it's really
That's
weird,
Isn't that
like
always
thing
that's
going
a weird
on.
balance, right? Because you're like, okay,
Yeah.
I'm tired. If I take this energy drink, that's a commitment that I will not be sleeping tonight, right? I know for a
Oh
fact this is
no.
going to affect me for the next 9 hours.
No, I'm good. See, I'm so used to it that like I can drink it now. It'll last me till midnight, maybe.
I'm so used to it. That's funny.
Although last night I got good sleep last night for some odd reason. So I'm putting my kid to bed. He's just over 1 year old, right? And which, by the way, it also bothers me when people say 1 years old.
You're
Just
right.
saying.
I agree.
I have one potato chips.
That's like the
No.
person that says that my kid is 36 months old. Like, come on, man.
So he's 3.
He's 3. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. Good.
like I said too. Like that's me. I just said, he's just a little over 1 year old. Like I think he's is it 14 months? I don't know.
I
So
don't
yeah, so he's
know.
just
It's
over.
your
Yeah,
kid.
no, I'm asking you. No, so I'm putting him to sleep last night. 10 o'clock, he wouldn't go to bed. Finally, he falls asleep. I fall asleep. And my wife's like, I still got to make macaroni salad for tomorrow. So I'm going to bed. I don't go to bed till like 2 a.m. usually. We have a big party thing this weekend for 4th of July. She's like, I got to make macaroni salad. I'm like, you make the best macaroni salad. I'm going to go sleep.
The baby, she's just making vats of macaroni salad.
Yeah, she made two
Well,
big
while you
bowls.
go off to bed.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good.
Why I
That's
said,
that's
how
how
long
you
is
know
it going
you're
to
the
take you
man
to
of the
make?
house, right? Honey, I'm going to bed. You take care of that vat of potato salad. Goodbye.
Yeah. She makes good potato salad. It's no, was it egg salad? Potato salad. It was egg salad. I don't know. It's really good though. Pasta salad? Not pasta salad. Egg salad.
I don't know why you're asking me these things. I don't know your kid. I don't know your wife. I don't know what you can cook. Man, I got nothing. I can't help.
Hey, that's all right. That's all right. I figured I didn't. I figured you'd know.
I mean, it's good.
Because then
It's
you would
good
ask,
salad,
you'd say,
but
"Well,
it
what's
hasn't.
in it?" Yeah,
Its
what's in
fame
it?
has not
Eggs.
gotten all the way to Canada, if you know what I mean.
Oh, that's
Like
true. That's true.
once
Would you
once
like us?
she's internationally
Yeah,
renowned for it,
yeah.
then I'll know.
She looked like she was starting a business last night. We can sell you some
Bring it on. I like me some salad. Anything that salad requires
Canadian
mayonnaise, I'll
dollars.
take it.
Yeah, right. Yeah. She so like my parents own a grocery store and they make some amazing macaroni salad. And my wife made macaroni salad one night and it was better than what my parents' store makes. And I was like, "Oh no, that's not good." I felt terrible, but I was also like, "Ah."
I'm slamming you in the chat. Is that
Yeah, I
okay?
know. That's all right. That's all right.
Yeah.
What
It's what we
comes
gotta do.
around goes around. I'm
That's
a
right.
keyboard troll.
You're I forget. Yeah, I have a chat too. Oh no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, no, I'm saying that's the thing. I listen, I love being just a keyboard troll with my friends. I go around to different streams, yours included, and
Mm.
I'm a keyboard warrior, man. It's so much fun.
At least you're not one of those ones that come in and like, well, what? This used to happen all the time when I was first streaming. I'd have these Christian, I don't know what's come into my stream, and they would be dropping the the first question of the Westminster Confession, right? The what's chief
Oh,
end of man? Like total non sequitur. We're not talking about that. We're playing a game. We're doing something like that. And you're like, what's chief end of man? And I'm like, if I get it right, what are you gonna do? You gonna sub? You gonna stick with me? Am I now your streamer of choice?
yeah,
Or are
yeah,
you just gonna move on to the next person? Because all they're doing is they're putting this thing out there so that they can feel superior to the dumb Twitch streamer who shouldn't be
yeah,
calling themselves a Christian if they don't know the answer to that question, right? Like it's such a self-aggrandizing thing to do, right? There are so many
yeah,
worse things you
yeah.
can be doing. I'd rather be called a cringe. I was today. Boy, did I get the meanest comment, man. I
Let's hear
I
it.
I okay, see if I can find it. It was so freaking mean. So I've been trying to figure out a good place to put like some of the shorts, right? You gotta make shorts. You put them on YouTube, put them on TikTok, put them on Instagram, put them on Facebook, put them on.
Yeah.
So I put them on 9gag. Okay, nine
What is
gag is
that?
a nine. It's just it's like an old school one of the picture stream where you just kind of flick through and look at memes. You know what I mean?
Okay, I've heard. Yeah,
It's
I've
like
heard of it.
it's like Reddit, but no porn kind of thing. Like it just kind
Oh,
of
sounds better. Yeah.
it's not much better, but it's still completely banal.
I
It's just
mean,
when you have nothing else to do and you want your brain to become more Swiss cheese than it already is, you go scan memes, and so that's what
or
it is. So I'm like, okay,
provolone,
what if I put on
or
what if
provolone. Yeah.
provolone? No,
You
okay,
said
whatever.
Swiss. I said provolone.
I okay, I know I get it. So
I
I'm on there
just.
and I'm trying to push, you know what I mean? Like something, anything. And I put my video on there. It's me and my daughter, and we're laughing. We're doing a little bit on sugar gliders because we're talking about how what is the name of sugar gliders and how
Yeah.
did you see the clip?
I saw the clip.
So I uploaded that to 9gag. First comment, these are sad people. Second comment, holy frick, drywall is more interesting than these two knobs. Third comment, ugh, this is pure cancer.
Oh,
Like,
that's
I have a
tough,
pretty
man.
thick skin when it comes to internet stuff, but even that got me. I'm like, "That kinda hurt my feelings, actually," you know? It wasn't pure cringe, maybe a little, but not pure cringe.
it's 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 kind of funny, but like I feel bad for people like that sometimes, you know. Like I laugh at it. So like Polar comes in here and he says Zach's cringe. Yeah, that's great. I know I am. Let's move on.
That's right. That's my brand. What are you talking about? Yeah.
Uh,
You'll know
yeah,
I've
I mean
departed if
it's
I'm not cringe.
right, right, yeah, yeah. I listen. I feel like I have to be cringe to be entertaining because if not, I'm just boring. That wasn't cringe, so that was boring.
The best thing I
Anyway,
can do
moving
to
on.
emphasize your cringeness is to just sit here quietly and just let you drown.
They
Let
just
you
let me
drown in it.
talk.
Just do nothing. Just like just continue, just sink.
The longer you don't talk, the worse it would get.
And yeah, that's it,
Because
right?
it make
Because
me uncomfortable, and I'd try to talk to keep conversation going.
well, no, you'll throw out a like a half joke that I'm supposed to finish and we're supposed to banter, right?
And
I'll
you'll say
leave the
no.
half joke and I'll just stop and I'll just let it sit there. And then you have to explain it. You have to apologize for it, and and then you have to keep going. And I get to just watch you turn different colors,
Yeah,
and the chat starts
yeah.
to put emotes and yeah. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna try to find a really good time to do that to you this stream. Just let you hang.
No, don't. I didn't know what to say there either. I was like, anyway. That's funny. So what are some of the games you've been playing
Dude,
on
okay,
stream?
I play indie games, right? So I play a lot
Right,
of games
right.
that are kind of got a here, there, and everywhere. And so I played a really interesting one game today. So here's the premise of the game. You're a robot detective whose whole job is to ride the subway in a big circle nonstop. That's your whole world is this subway. Yeah,
Okay.
you sit across from other robots. The whole world is robots essentially, except for there are humans, but this is the robot subway, right? So you're on the subway, and all of a sudden you meet this dude who says some robots are going missing. And so you, as the detective, you have I'll take the case. Let's talk about this, right?
Okay.
And you start to learn a bit of the lore about like, how is the management of this place evil? What's the relationship with humans? Who is this? This red robot that's causing problems. And so my daughter and I were playing it today, and we're doing voices. It's all text based, and the worst thing about doing stream, right, is when
Yep.
you're on there and it's all text based and you're having to read for like 4 straight hours, and then
Yes.
and you kind of go, okay, this sucks. But it was short, it was pithy, and we were able to do voices, so we were having an
That's cool.
absolute blast with it. It was fun. We were actually pretty engaged. We were ready for it. But I played another
Nice.
one this week called Rain World. I don't know if you ever heard of Rain World. I was really
Yeah.
excited about it. It was 2017's best indie game of the year, according to who knows what. And I'm like,
It's
this
on
is just gonna
Steam,
be.
right? Part of
It's
the
on
Steam
Steam. Yeah,
sale?
it was super cheap. I think I got it for like $1,
Yeah.
and you're a slug cat. Who lives in a post-apocalyptic world
Slug
where
cat.
rain comes down like a son of a gun, and you don't like it because you're a cat and also a slug. And so the whole mission of the game, and I'm like, it doesn't give you a tutorial, doesn't give you nothing, gives you some stupid little alien that like gives you little symbols to follow. That's all you get. So I'm wandering around completely blind. I'm like playing this thing. What am I supposed to be doing? And then the little
Uh,
robot's like eat that, and then you eat that. And you go catch that bug. You go catch a bug, and then you eat that thing. And it's like, okay, go over here. And I walk into this place. It's the little box. It closes, and you go to sleep. The mission of the post-apocalyptic slug cat game is to go out, have a snack, go back and have a sleep. But it's the most like pixel arted, beautiful game of all time. And you
I
got
was
like
just looking at
aliens,
it.
things coming. Yeah, it's really gorgeous. It's really, really cool. But boring and confusing.
Oh,
Like I don't mind a game that doesn't have a story. Like I don't know if you ever played Omno. Omno
no.
is a game where you're just kind of plunked into this world that's really beautiful and it's all very simple. You kind of like a little white dude that looks like a marshmallow, and you're running around and you solve puzzle, you discover. But it's done in such a way that as you discover, you learn how to use your powers. You are
Okay.
able to, know where the next thing is you're supposed to go. You know what you're supposed to gather. This thing here was like plunk, you're a post-apocalyptic slug cat, go. And I'm like, I don't know what to do with that.
A
Right?
slug cat. A slug
Yeah.
cat.
So I play a lot of
Oh,
indie games,
jeez.
but the weirdest game I
Yeah.
played so far, I think in my entire life, there are two that I've played this week. First one is called Why is Office Coffee So Bad? Okay. So if it
Okay.
do you stream games, Zach? Or you purely talk? Just
Kind
you
of
and cringe
used to.
talk all the
Used to.
24/7?
I haven't streamed in like 3 months. I'm doing
Okay,
more
all right.
like YouTube videos
So
now,
because
but
I
I
don't
want to
want to
get into
ruin it,
these
because
indie games. No, no, no.
if
I don't
if you're
get
gonna
ruined by
stream it, I don't
stuff.
want to ruin it, but I can tell
Tell
you
me
what the
how
games are about.
Avatar 2 ends.
Okay, so so okay, here why is
Why
Office
is
Coffee so bad?
office coffee so
You're
bad?
sitting here in an office thing, and all you have is your mouse. You're all the thing, and you just look around. That's all you can do. You
Okay.
can't even turn around. You just look like this around, and you're sitting there in the office and banging away on your keyboard with your little rubber arms. And then all of a sudden, you look to the right, and there a coffee appears. You take and you drink the coffee, and you're like, it's the only button you have is hold coffee, drink coffee. That's it. That's all
Oh
you can do in the whole
my.
game. Look around
Oh,
and drink
okay.
coffee. And as you're drinking coffee, all of a sudden you hear, well, you'd prefer you didn't drink that coffee. It's actually against our policy for you to drink coffee. And so the only response you can give the game is, that's it. That's all you drink more coffee. And as you
Okay.
drink more coffee, more bad things happen. Like the cameras come over and they start looking at you, and all of a sudden your boss is looking at you, and then a phone appears and he starts yelling at you. And then as you're like, all you can do is sit
That's
there and just
great.
drink this coffee and bang away at your keyboard. That's it.
But you're
That's all
not
you can
supposed to
do.
drink the coffee though.
Well, that's it. You can't put it down. And so as you drink the coffee, eventually the universe explodes. All the walls turn into like purple nuclear, whatever, and you find yourself cast into space with your cup of coffee that's turning rainbow colors. Yeah, and it's like a 10-minute game.
And that's all it does?
That's it.
That's the
That's the
game?
whole game. So you know how I do Weird Wednesday, right? So
Yeah.
I'm trying to find games that fit the bill for weird, just some weird games, right? Just some weird, and that was so perfect, so perfect because it was
That's
everybody in
awesome.
chat. I could feel the
Just
wave
had
of
no clue what was going
what
on.
what just happened, like what. But we all experienced. The second the weirdest game that I played was one I didn't play on stream. My daughter wanted me to play it, and it's called Bonnie's Bakery. Okay.
Bonnie's
Bonnie's
Bakery. All
Bakery.
right.
It's another one of those ones on itch.io, which is like an indie game kind
Mhm.
of place
Oh,
where you go to
okay.
get the really weird stuff. So Bonnie's Bakery, and it's again, I don't know if I should spoil it.
I
Should
don't.
you
You
just
go
go
for it.
play
Go
it?
for it. Go for it.
Are you sure?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm
Okay,
okay with it.
so Bonnie's Bakery. It looks like this two-dimensional game where you got a little cafe, and these people come in, and they're little bears, and they're like little turtles, and they're like little stuffed animals. They kind of wander in, and you're Bonnie, and you have to like go to the kitchen, and you gather your little ingredients, and you have to make them
Okay.
one of four different like tarts, or
Okay.
like a meat pie, or like a donut, or whatever. And so you do first level, and then they come in and like, whoo, that was a big deal. Second day starts, you come in. And the person comes to the door, and you expect to start the next level, and you make pies or whatever like that. And he goes, Bonnie, people have gone missing. We don't understand. There have been more people gone missing. That's terrible. And they come in and you do a bit more of the level. And then out of nowhere, you start the third stage, right? Third level. And
Okay.
the whole thing starts to load. And I'm like, why is it taking this long to load? All of a sudden, you're cast into full 3D. Like you went from like this. You see that picture on there? How it's like
Yeah.
two-dimensional top down. You're in full like three-dimensional full you're in 3D, right?
Okay.
A first-person shooter, and
Yeah.
you're trapped in a basement, and you are one of Bonnie's victims. And there's blood everywhere, and like corpses with their legs missing. And there's one guy there, he's got no arms, no legs, and he's like, "You can maybe escape. Perhaps you can be the one to get out. Gather the clues so that you can run, but Bonnie will get you." And so Bonnie's like robotically wandering around with like a meat cleaver, trying to find people that are in there and chopping people up. And your job is to go and get these papers so that you can get the codes, you can get out the door and run away. Like it just goes from what are we doing to what the heck are we doing?
That's awesome though, because like all
It,
at once it just all happens, huh?
yeah, like, and because I thought like my computer was broke. I'm like, why is it loading this two-dimensional crap game that it takes no resources? And I'm like, I got enough problems with my computer as it is, and all of a sudden, poof, I'm in like first-person shooter mode in a dungeon.
That's
It
so
was
great.
jarring to
Oh,
say
well,
the
hold on.
least.
I got a weird screen. There we go. I don't know what I'm doing. That's hilarious.
It was something, man. It was
Yeah.
something. Yeah, so that's
I
the kind of games I've been playing lately. This stuff to
yeah.
melt your brain.
That's awesome. So one game that I played that was interesting was a game called Emily is Away.
Okay.
And literally it's there's like four versions of this, but the first one was AIM Messenger. And so you can respond in different ways to what this girl Emily says. And apparently you're friends. That's how it kind of starts off. And the idea seems to be that you have to keep her as a friend,
Mhm.
right? You want to keep her as a friend. And at one point, you start in high school, then at one point she goes to college and you keep up with her, and then it'll be like, oh, 2 years pass by and you talk to her again and all this stuff. It's really interesting. And the idea is like it kind of is close to like almost having a relationship, like a boyfriend girlfriend relationship.
Right.
Is that Will? Anyway, it's like this boyfriend girlfriend like relationship that you're kind of going for, and so you're really trying to say like the right thing to keep her to stay or
It's like a
to
dating sim.
however, kind of.
Okay.
And the first time I played it, I lost. I was like, no, I didn't get the
You
girl
lost
or
the
whatever.
Emily.
Yeah. I lost Emily. And then the next time I played it, I lost again, and I'm like, it's a simple like 30-minute game maybe.
Okay.
And I'm
Okay.
like,
Okay.
I thought I did everything right here. I played it again, still losing and not, getting the girl. I look it up online and I'm like, can you win this game?
Is this is this game a troll? Period.
Is it a
Yeah.
troll? And nobody has a solid answer, but the idea out there is yes, you cannot win this game. You cannot get the girl. She
Oh,
will
that's
always leave. And
brutal.
I was
So
like,
this
it kind of makes me want to play it again over and over to actually win. But I'm like, am I going to be wasting time? But
so this
they have like
this
four
is some
versions of
gamer.
this.
This is some gamer that was friend zoned, and he just
Yes.
needed to like have a friend zone simulator.
And he's like, I'm going to get the rest of these gamers out.
If you need to know how I feel, gamers, they're all like, "We know how you feel, bro.
We know
We're
how you.
gamers."
Yeah. Oh, let down again.
It's the man
It's
himself.
Will. Hi, Will.
Can you hear me?
I can hear
Yeah.
you. Can you see me?
Okay, I can hear. I can see you. Okay.
Hey, all right, all right. How
All
you doing, man?
right. All right.
Will,
Doing well.
how
Doing
long
well.
have
How
you
are you
streamed
doing?
so far today?
That's
Oh
true.
my
How long have
gosh.
you streamed?
I have not streamed. Well, I have streamed for about 8 hours today. So,
Holy cow!
um,
And then
other
what did you just
than
kind of go have a
like,
nap or have a coffee? Like, and you're just showing up for another
no,
Just
2 hour
another
stream.
coffee.
no. I wish it was. It was more family issues. So I had to, deal with
As in, you had
that.
to remind them
Oh
So
you
no.
exist.
yeah,
Yeah,
You
yeah.
yeah,
walk in the door all
right.
like,
Because
"Who's
he's like,
Will?"
oh, oh, there's
How
that.
you guys doing?
Good. How are
Dog
you,
on,
man?
man. Yeah, yeah. You
Doing
tell us
well,
about
doing
yourself. We've
well.
already
I
done
didn't
this. You're the one who's
know
late.
we. This is the first time I have participated in this, new uh uh structure, like a video structure
Oh,
of
oh, oh,
streaming.
yeah,
So
yeah, 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 yeah.
so
Because you were there the first episode. I think we just used Discord for it. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
yeah.
So yeah, I'm here. I'm here.
Welcome. Cool. So I guess if people don't know who you are, well, what do you do, content wise? Yeah. What do you do? I breathe and I
Yeah,
eat sometimes.
right.
Anyway.
Content wise, all I do is just chat about everything from faith to mental health in my stream channel. And other than that, I just hang out and chat. So, yeah.
Will's an incredible, completely different kind of streamer that I've never seen. I didn't have a whole lot of experience with streaming beforehand, but but the picture of streaming that you kind of have in your mind before you get into streaming is that it's just gamers kind of sitting there playing games and people are watching them play games. Then you discover that actually streaming is more about the relationships and building a relationship with the streamer itself. It's gaming and talking and chatting and building community and whatever. And then I go see Will, and it's just him in a square with a white background, and he's just talking for 8 straight hours to whoever comes into
It's true.
chat. Like, and
It's
I'm like,
true.
dude, that is intense. Like, I think I'd rather be a
Like,
full-on esports competitive, whatever, than trying to do
yeah,
8
yeah.
straight hours of staring at a screen trying to talk to people in chat with a white background and nothing else. I need the
Yeah,
the
yeah.
stuff happening so I can kick off the conversation. What do you
We
need to
try
show up?
to we try to put RGB lights up, and we got a
Anything.
background with cool stuff. And Will's like,
Yeah.
I
Nope.
got a white
Nope.
wall.
Nope. Just chatting. Just
Like,
chatting.
literally, you are the
Awesome.
most
It's
just
awesome.
chatting person of all time.
I think it's true.
I appreciate it. Yeah. No, I'm happy with the family we have in our community, and it's been great just to chat about anything. So it's been great.
Why are your lights going off?
I wanted to
You
show
got
off.
Oh, you got Lumia stream up. Okay. Listen, I have mine
It
set up. If somebody likes one of my
okay.
tweets, it goes blue and it shouts at me, goes, "Somebody liked your tweet. You're cool." It's really fun.
It is
It's really fun.
literally
Oh, that's
almost
serotonin.
11
Yeah.
p.m. my time.
11
So
p.m.
feel honored. Feel honored.
Do you want a crown? Should we bow?
Yes.
Okay. Well,
If
there you go.
we have to bow because if he bows, he'll just lean over and fall asleep.
Yes. Oh my
Yeah, that's
gosh.
true.
I
It's like
called my wife. I had two different things this evening, and
That's
it
not me. That's
was
someone went
a
to my chat and did that.
That's awesome.
it was a serious conversation with my little brother, and two, this podcast. So you guys are the reason I'm away from home right now. So
I feel I feel bad for that or
You
something.
in an office?
well, you should feel bad for that. So
Are you in an office? Like you have you go to an office to stream?
yes,
Oh, I
yes.
didn't know that.
My
I just
home
assumed you were sitting in your
is
kitchen,
a no, no.
the world's most
My home
boring
is
kitchen.
It's just a white wall.
a very small home, a two-bedroom home. One of them is the office, and the other one is our, uh, master bedroom. The office is my wife's, um, and
Master
she
bedroom's
uses
my
it to
wife's. The other
study
area is my
and
wife's.
do
Yeah.
her
So I go to the
business.
office.
And then I have been fortunate enough to to lease a office like 150 yards away from my home. So
Nice.
Oh,
so
that's
uh,
nice.
so yeah. So
Can you
so
pick up the camera and give us a tour?
Yeah, it's probably just another white wall, isn't it?
No, I want to see
no
the
way,
majesty
no
that is
way.
your office. Come on.
Wait,
Yeah,
our
show me.
office. Wait.
Yeah.
So this is me. This is our.
Oh,
This
there's
is
your coffee
my.
It's
maker.
so big.
This is this is my mini fridge.
Dude,
This is my junk desk.
it's
Uh,
enormous.
That's
and
awesome.
uh,
You're like a
and
Fortune
this is
500
it. Yeah,
streamer.
yeah. So thank you for ruining my stream setup
I was
because
gonna
I
say that
don't know
you shouldn't have said.
where
Now I can see
my
the
webcam
Listen, I'm the
now
same
I can see
way.
the
I
broken
hate
paint
to,
behind you. Ah, the
yeah.
image is broken.
so I don't know.
Oh, that's great.
I'm not gonna
It's
say I think
awesome.
less of you now, but that thing's huge. So actually, I was just talking about talking about my kids to this, talking to my kids about this,
About
and
your
I was saying
kids.
that if I ever become a big boy streamer, I'd like to do what the big boy streamers do, which is they actually go to a place and they have a
Yeah.
studio, they have like an office building, or they have something that they go to, so that's like their on time, and then when they are gone, they're gone. Because I know for me, when I'm at home, this room is like it like has a gravimetric field that keeps sucking me in. Like if I go anywhere near it, it'll just pull me in and I'll end up doing 20 minutes work, half an hour work, or just kind of staying here. My kids will have
Yeah.
to come in and be like, "What are you doing? Didn't you come in here to get like your headphones?" And I'm like, "I did, but I had to do a couple things." And then I
Yeah.
walk out, they're
No.
like, "Did you get the thing you went into your office for?" And I'm like, "Well, why did I go to my
No.
office?" And
Yeah.
they're like, "Don't go back. We'll go get it for
Nope.
you." You know, like
No.
because it
See,
does. And if I would able to just kind of distance, it might be better.
dude, I will tell you from experience, it does not help with productivity at all. Having an office outside of the home. so so I wish I had a three-bedroom home where I could have an office in my little spot of the universe. But yeah, like for me, being at home, like at the times that I actually had an office at my home, like a little desk, um, I felt like I was more accountable to my wife, um, with with the work I was doing and everything like that.
Let me ask you this:
So
Are
I
do you
wish,
feel more free to speak on different topics, or to address stuff when you're in the office, sort of on, as opposed to having your wife within earshot? Not that you'd like slag her or come up with anything gross, but like, do you get the pressure of having someone hear what you're saying kind of right there is a lot different than just sitting on stream? Has it changed your
bro.
streaming?
That is a fantastic question,
I
and
know
I
I'm
feel
good
It
at
like
that.
I
is
do.
different.
It is a fantastic question, and I feel like I do feel more
My
free
gift.
uh, in my personal office
Yeah.
to speak certain things that my wife would probably cringe or hate me for. And
The
yeah,
last thing you
yeah.
want to be is
So
cringy. That's
Yeah.
if you were cringy, that would be terrible, right?
No. Yeah. Well,
Yes.
I don't think my wife knows the meaning of cringy at the moment. So I hope she doesn't find out. Or,
Yeah.
because in Brazil we don't have a word for cringy at the moment. I don't think so. So I hope
I was
she
gonna say,
doesn't
what is the
find out.
like outside of gaming and Twitch and
There's
content?
gotta
What is the
be.
word?
So
Is it
like for me,
cringe?
a cringe factor is it's an emotional elicited response because of stimuli, right? So you say something and it causes me to tighten up, like,
To
oh, whatever
literally
he said caused me
cringe.
to like that
Cringe.
caused me pain because obviously he's
Well,
so embarrassing and what he did was so
well,
like if I was him, I would shrivel up and die. That to me, that's a cringe moment. You know what I mean?
well,
Yeah.
So there's got to be something in
for my
Brazil
wife,
that is that. You're not
Yeah.
all
anything,
cool. Maybe you are.
anything
Well, Will's
that
cool.
is not anything that is not like rational 9 to 5, situation is cringe. So, so,
Did you marry a robot?
so basically, everything I do is cringe. But I remember in the
It's why we're
beginning of
streamers, honestly.
in the beginning of my relationship, uh, her father once said something I'll never forget, and he said, um, "Your boyfriend is great. All he needs is a real job, right?"
What?
so,
Oh,
so,
that makes me cringe.
You're
I'm
not
like over
the
here
first
like,
boyfriend to be told
oh.
that.
Anyways, so basically I don't have a real job. um uh,
Oh.
so
Real jobs suck
uh,
anyway. I mean, I haven't had a real job for a really long time. A really, really, really
yeah,
long time.
yeah, and
Like, cause like
that's
if
a
real
great
job
thing.
means swing a hammer, dig a hole, build a fence,
Yeah,
wrestle a bull,
exactly.
like bring up walk somewhere with a briefcase. If that's what a real job is, I haven't had a real job in 20 some years.
Yeah,
I still have a real
yeah.
job.
So yeah,
Which one of those
no,
do you do? Briefcase or hammer?
nothing.
Briefcase.
Nice.
None of them. I pay the people who do the, hammer
The,
case or whatever.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah. Pay those people.
yeah,
Do they
yeah.
bow down
I
to you
just,
as well?
granted, granted, Brazil's labor is cheaper, so I have a guy who does my entire yard work and trimming and taking care of or whatever the hell you want to talk about, like everything. uh it like for let's see, $60 a month. So, anyways, so be
Yeah.
jealous.
In Canada,
Yeah.
that'd be per
Yeah.
hour.
Yeah, right. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Be
I gotta
jealous.
I gotta go back though, Will. Okay. To the concept of cringe in
Okay.
Brazil. Okay. So by the
Okay.
definition of cringe that I just gave you and that visceral action where it pulls you in because of the embarrassment you feel on behalf of the other person, you uh there must be some sort of equivalent word or equivalent feeling in Brazil. No?
That's a good question.
Or it's just everybody is attractive and goes to the beach and is always like fit
Always
and
says
does
the
everything
cool
perfectly
thing.
and all
No,
the words they
no,
say are
that's
well
not case. That's
chosen.
not
Like,
case. That's not
okay,
the
so
case.
what when you see
Uh,
something that is like that, what do you
the
say?
cringe thing, in my opinion, in Brazil, is just showing off social status. That's the biggest,
No, no, hey, no, see now
cringe thing.
you're being all WillPog making the chat go. No, that's not what I asked you. When you see
Okay.
someone who is cringe, okay, that you have that emotional reaction that pulls you back because you feel on their behalf that they have embarrassed themselves publicly or done something that they should feel bad about, that really should hit them hard, and you empathetically feel it. Okay, that feeling when you go out. So you go out and you go for a walk and you see some dude and he's just like Danny DeVito but uglier, and he walks up to some super amazing hot chick over there and he drops the worst pickup line in the history of the world. You hear it and you see her reaction. All of a sudden you get that sort of, what do you call that? There's got to be a word. Give me the word.
Golly. I don't think
Maybe you
we
just
have a
don't go
word
outside.
for
He doesn't go
cringe.
outside. This is the problem.
I don't think we have a word for cringe because we have a more refined vocabulary than America and North America. So, so
But like to me, cringe was like already a word before I figured out what it meant in like Twitch and gaming. Like to me.
yeah, yeah.
So
Cringe
like
is
it
a
to me, like
feeling. It's not a
outside
word.
yeah. Like
Yeah.
outside of that it was already
Yeah, like the best thing, the best scenario I can think of is somebody literally buying, you know, Red Bull for their entire party in order for uh you know confirmation or anything like that. So as far as the as
Yeah.
far as as far as
Welcome to my
as
daughter's.
far as as far as like the literal translation of cringe, it's the same in the States as it is in Brazil. um
So what's the
and
word?
yeah,
yeah.
it's
What's
a
the word?
word, it's a feeling, it's
Yeah, what's the word? Tell me the
Well,
word.
what's the
stupid
word? Yeah.
word.
Speak the word. I think it's Portuguese. Is that what Brazilians speak? What do you speak? I don't know.
It's Portuguese,
Okay,
yes.
so what is the word in
Brazilian
Portuguese for
Portuguese.
cringe? You're killing me, Will.
What is the Portuguese? That's the funny thing about it, is because in social media and everything,
Circles.
Brazilians they say cringe. They say
You
cringe.
just adopted our word? Come on,
Yeah,
man.
they
You have a rich and
adopted
storied
your word.
history. You're
Your
you've
word.
conquered most
Uh
of the planet. You
yeah,
established cultures across the world. And
stupid is the actual word, but but they had actually adopted our word, America's word, in cringe. So
Oh goodness.
so yeah,
okay,
that's
so
sad.
then
It's
let me ask
sad.
this: what is the other than like a curse word or a religious slur? What is a good devastating Portuguese like name to call somebody? Right. So in Canada, we have a word called hoser. Okay, if we call
Okay.
you a hoser, it's a negative term. It essentially means that you're like a loser, you're a social reject kind of thing. The etymology of it apparently comes from, and this, at least this is my favorite story of where they tell me the etymology comes from, and that is after a shinny hockey game, or when you're outside, or when you're resurfacing the ice after a game, it's the losing team or the biggest loser that has to hose down the ice to resurface it so that it's not
Oh.
all scotch. So you're the hoser, you're the loser, you're the one who was worst at the hockey. So that's the one I like best. I don't know if it's true, but that's the one I like best. So what for you then in Portuguese, or where you're at, is sort of that thing that you'd call someone that nobody else has? He said to the guy who's been
Golly.
up for 25
Uh,
hours.
yeah. Uh,
Zach, what's a good American one? Let's let him off
I
the hook
don't
for just a
that's
minute so we can
difficult.
think.
Yeah.
Like, what's a good American? Like,
that's what I'm trying to
obviously, I
think
mean, you've
of.
got loser, you've got nerd, you've got geek, you've got dork, you've got, whatever. But you're from a location. You're like, I don't know what state you're in, but somewhere in your state, there is that you have colloquialisms built in that no one else has. So, what is a good colloquialism from your area that is an insult or like a slag word that you would use for somebody?
I just call everybody a punk.
You or the people,
Punk.
your people?
I do.
Yeah, I'm talking about your
I,
people.
I don't know.
You,
I moved. 2 years ago.
Okay, before you moved, but you guys, it's like pulling teeth with you guys.
I don't. That's a tough question.
Yeah,
I get the
difficult.
question, but it's
It is
tough. It's a tough question.
because we don't really have a word. We have several words.
Pick one.
They're not
Literally, there
family
are no wrong
American.
answers.
I'm American, so we just call people a loser, and we
just
don't
shoot
have
them.
like a special word. Yeah, that works too sometimes.
I don't like you. Bang.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know.
Will,
I don't
you
know.
got one?
Well,
Give me anyone.
Yeah.
Well, give me a good
in
Portuguese
Brazil,
insult
we
word.
have a word called
Tourist. That is a good one.
tourist.
It's actually
We
true.
have a
If
word-
there's people that just don't know what they're doing, it's just you're a tourist. Get out of here.
Yeah, we have a word called mental, which of course you guys know, which is mental. When it comes to people who make outrageous
Ridiculous. Yeah, we use
claims
that for
on
ridiculous.
certain
Yeah.
things. Yeah, ridiculous. So mental. Um,
That just sounds like our
M-A-
word, but you changed the L.
T.
Another thing he's stolen.
L-E-O.
How dare you?
How dare
Yeah. So other than that, we have a ton of not family friendly words for different things.
There are a lot. Listen, Al. I mean, Christian Ninja. I could say them, but it would change the rating of our stream.
chose the
I'll send you a DM
least
later.
I chose the most family friendly word.
Okay, just put them all into the chat and
possible.
see how many get blocked. Let's just do that. How long
I
until you
bet
get
none
banned?
of them. If they're in
Auto ban
Portuguese,
from
none
chat.
of them.
Yeah. So
I can kick him off the stream too.
Can I point out the fact that we've been sitting here for what it seems to be an hour now, and I have seen you put probably 10 slices of provolone into your mouth?
can y'all hear me chew?
That's all you're doing?
Yeah, I have a pound of cheese sitting here.
Are you eating a pound of cheese and an energy drink?
Mm-hmm.
So is
Dinner.
this your last stream? Are you going to say goodbye? Like, is this your suicide stream? You're just going to die right here?
This is a normal. This is a normal
I'm
thing.
still
for me.
having my last cup of coffee from stream to right now.
The fact that you're chewing
I
it
had
tells me something about it.
Yeah.
I had a very important call.
This is the last one in the
before
pot.
this stream, and I had the call, and so I'm still having the cup of coffee that I had before, like since the ending of my stream. So
That's
got
that's
the
way
coffee warmer?
cold. Yeah. I have one.
no, it is cold. It is cold,
Yeah.
and
Gross.
I don't mind
But,
it. I'm still.
Will, I'm
still drinking it. Not eating.
I'm gonna go out on a limb here.
Drinking it.
Eating
going
grinds
to
off
the
the bottom.
Will takes neither cream nor sugar. I'm going to go on a leap. Will takes neither cream nor sugar. He drinks it black. Am I right?
Yes.
Darn
yes.
right.
Drink it.
I like
You
it
sh-
black. I like it black, like I like my women, black and bitter. So strong and bitter. So
No cringe at all.
Yeah, no cringe.
9 to
I don't even
5.
know what it
That's all I
means.
got.
no cringe.
I like my
it's
coffee
funny
like I
because
like my
my
women.
wife is
Bitter.
white and green eyed. So so
Jaded, angry. They hate the world.
anyways, I hope she's not watching this stream. I really hope.
This will be the one she tunes into.
Yeah.
What did you say?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Now here's the question: would he have said that
Let
if he
me-
was at home and not in his
no,
office?
See, that's it. We get the
Let
me
pure
check
will, the
my
real
text.
will.
Pure will.
to make let me check my text
check,
make
check
sure
his text on your
I'm not
Android.
divorced.
By the way.
Honey,
Or
what are
not.
you
So-
doing?
Yeah.
You're not watching from the W, are you?
Yeah,
if you
right.
are.
He just texts her, "Hey, babe," and
love
she
you.
texts back. She texts back, "I locked the doors.
I'm
Yeah.
Use
I
your
didn't
bed in
mean
the
that.
In the car.
office."
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't mean that. I didn't mean that. I'm just kidding. Just kidding.
That's funny. That's funny. But here's a quick story for you. Talking
Yeah,
about
there
you
you go.
talked.
Yeah,
You're
go.
talking about. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not changing the subject, but talking about cringe and talking about father-in-laws. So I have kidney issues, I had to have a kidney transplant, but before that, I was on dialysis. So I was on dialysis for 3 years. Then I met my soon-to-be wife, but we were dating at the time. First time I met her dad, walk in and I'm saying hello to everybody, said hi to him, and first thing he says to me is, "So how's dialysis?" First thing my father-in-law ever said to me. "So how's dialysis?" And I'm like, "Great." Like, what am I supposed to say? It was just funny. I had to tell that story.
Well, if that I mean, for him, that
Okay.
encapsulated your entire personality and worth of his to his daughter.
Well, I think
Like
I think your
his in his
father-in-law.
mind,
I think your
th-
father-in-law was trying to find
He was
the
trying to
most.
relate to me.
No,
Yes.
no, not relate. I was not thinking relate. I was thinking like the worst possible way he can relate to you as
Mhm.
possible as
Yeah,
a son-in-law.
it
You
was
know
a
what I'm saying?
test.
Like
It was a test.
Like, what's the worst thing I
what
can say?
like like what about your deadbeat job? What about how terrible you are as a human being?
Listen, Will's got
But
scars. Okay,
no,
that
Yeah,
but
that's
yeah,
what
no,
he's been
no.
yeah.
facing.
His worst thing was how's your dialysis?
Well, like, what am I supposed to say to that though? Like, well, I sit there for 3.5 hours with 2 needles stuck in my arm. I love it, by the way. Like,
So you're a
no.
junkie. What you're saying is
Yeah.
you're a junkie.
Yeah. And it was
If you
Yeah.
just,
love
it
my
was one of
daughter,
the
you wouldn't go
So
anywhere near that machine anymore.
it was not a compliment.
He needs a real
That's
job.
for sure.
Yeah.
But do you
Well,
have an answer?
that's the funny thing. That's the funny thing about the real job. Uh, when I first met my soon to be, well, not soon to be, 7 years later wife, but later
I can imagine why she's bitter.
wife. Yeah. So her father loved me, like he was just, he loved me, and he was all on board with me as a partner and stuff for her daughter. um but one day she told her, William, he's a great guy and all, he just needs a real job. And and I was like, well, that's sort of what I'm gonna do for the rest of my life, pretty much. But you know, but he
So
thought
he just
at the
looked at him and went,
What
beginning,
was he?
"No."
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, at the beginning he was like, William needs a real job, like a 9 to 5
Yikes.
job. And no, granted, think about it, he's this guy who worked for the same company for the past
Yeah.
30 years.
Mm.
Yeah.
so
Yeah, old
so
school. Yeah,
so
yeah.
he just thought, 9 to 5 jobs the way to go, whatever.
With a hammer
I
So
and nails, or
I got the
chainsaw.
same
yeah,
response when I
yeah.
went to do when I went into ministry, right? So my father's a tradesman, my brother's a tradesman. Like they go to the mill, they make $1 bajillion a year, they 2 trucks, a bunch, all the vacation. I go to school, right? They took trade school and then they got out and they got a job. I got my certificate and then I got my bachelor's and then I got my master's. And as I'm getting all these degrees, dude, like, okay, so but how you're gonna get paid, right? And I'm like, no. I mean, I'll be able
No,
to make it
not
up. And so
really.
every subsequent job I took, I made less money. I just kept getting less instead of getting more as the years went along. Then I wrote a book. Then I wrote another book. And my dad, he'd call me up after each one of them, and he was like, "Okay, by now you have this reputation. Everybody knows who you are. You've got 2 books under your belt. You got a master's degree. When are you going to get paid?" And I'm like,
Uh,
"Never, Dad. Get over it."
nope.
And
Yep.
then now I'm a Twitch streamer. So he's super proud.
That's just continuing on down that line, right?
Yeah.
I have
Now,
never
Christian Ninja
taken a
is
job that I
is
didn't make
is
less
are
money at.
you a full-time streamer, by the
Full-time
way,
streamer,
Christian
completely
Ninja?
dependent on Patreon. Yeah, Patreon and gifts from other people, plus the government of Canada that's taking care of us a little bit. I have at this point, my goal is $5,000 per month, and that will bring me up to basically poverty wage in Canada for the area that I'm in for having three kids at home, right? So that's
Wow.
the baseline.
Wow.
And so I make
Wow.
right now less than 1,000 from Patreon, and I get a little bit from my from Twitch, like subs and bits and stuff like that. And then the rest is either savings or miracles by God's grace and the Canadian government. That I have been able to
Wow.
stream for a year and a bit without making a livable wage. I do not know how we have money in the bank. I do not know why I still have a home. I know we haven't even changed our budget that much. I mean, it was tight before because, like I said, I just keep getting worse and worse employment. But
Your
God
oil
is,
jar is still full.
kid you not, it really is. Like
Yeah.
every time we go go to the pancake jar, there's more pancakes in it, and God has taken care of us in a
Wow.
very real way.
Yeah.
Now that being said, is my journal full of? Could you please just fill up the Patreon so I can stop worrying about this, please?
Right. Right.
But every day, God is faithful. God is faithful. God is faithful.
Of
People are
course.
walking. I've
Of
got
course.
things
Yeah.
happening in my life right now that are
So
some of the most exciting stuff I've ever been part of.
Cool.
So your full-time job is streaming
Yeah.
at the
Yeah.
moment, right?
I'm working
Okay.
harder now than I ever have in my life.
Okay.
If
Okay.
you, like, honestly, the between the streaming, that's one thing. You guys know how hard that is. I mean, Will just shows up and talks for 9 hours.
It's true.
So that's hard enough, right? So but between the streaming, content creation, all the stuff you got to do, like all the videos and et cetera, and then the counseling that I do with the people that are on the Discord and in the network that know me, evangelism, counseling, teaching, and then add to that now this network development and mentoring class that I'm doing when it comes to actually building a network of Christian creators. I'm doing all these things, and it is a bajillion tons. I could not do this if it wasn't for the fact that God has miraculously provided people
Right.
that have been helping me along the way. I've got people that have dedicated themselves that said, I will give you hours out of my week. I have something called the
Amen.
Stream Dream Team. And the Stream Dream Team of, like, I think it's like 6 or 7 people. It fluctuates now and again. 6 or
Amen.
7 people that help me, that take care of me, that pray for me, that when I need
Mm.
something I ask, they give it to me. I was just talking to somebody, and they're trying to become big. It's called Rank One. You guys know, I don't know if you've heard of it. Yeah, Rank One is kind of a really neat website where you punch in all the video games that you play and all the ones you have in your library, and then it kind of catalogs them and makes them really cool looking, and you can do ratings. It's really cool. So they're putting together this thing, and they want to do better. They started a Patreon, and they're coming up like, what do we do? How do we do Patreon? And I'm like, well, what do you want to be? How can we celebrate with you? I'm trying to help them, get to know what to do with Patreon. And they're like, well, we want to get an art person, but they're very expensive. We want to get a writer to do but they're very expensive. We want to get another program, but they're very expensive. And I said,
Yeah.
if you cast your vision to people, especially gamers, people on the internet, people that are at home and all that, if you cast your vision to them and you say, this is why it's important, this is why it's different, this is why I'm passionate about it, this is how it's going to change the world, this is how you can be part of it, you do that, you're going to get somebody who shows up and, can I be part of that? Being part of it is enough for me. How can I help?
And if
But you
that's
have to
not
ask.
Yeah, and if that's not enough of like an encouragement, that's exactly how Google started. A bunch of friends that all believed in the same thing, and now you've got Google.
Well, that's it, right? And it's not for everybody. That's the thing. It's
Right.
not for everybody. Like when we're building this network, right? We're talking about Streamer Network, and there's 1,000 different networks out there, which are just show up and ask a question if you have any. It's a peer-to-peer,
Yeah.
whatever, right? I'm saying no.
Well,
Ours is going to be accountable. It's going to have
Yep.
training. It's going to have
Absolutely.
expectation. It's going to have calendar stuff. It's a big deal. And the comment that I heard was, well, not everybody's going to be able to join that. You're going to have people that aren't going to want to commit to that. And I'm like, yeah, exactly.
right.
That's
And I'm
okay.
with that.
Exactly.
They can go
Yeah,
join the
that's
peer-to-peer
okay.
thing.
Yeah.
But there
Yep.
will be people out there that catch that vision and go, yeah, I'll commit. Yeah, I'll show up. Yeah, I'll take the
Yep.
training. I'll work on that. I'll put it all together and become part of that, because I know that we working together will become greater than the sum of our parts and be able to elevate Christian streaming and Christian content far beyond where it's ever been.
Yeah.
We can do that together. And it's not going to be everybody, but what if it's 10? We got a planet of 7 billion people. Every day, 150 million people are on Twitch. What if 7 to 10 of them decide that they want to passionately pursue content creation together, building a calendar that will change the
And
world? That's all it takes.
I think people who support the mission and the vision of your particular channel
Yeah,
are the key to the success of the channel. So uh,
that's every
you
channel.
know
Yeah.
yeah, every
The thing
channel. I,
about
I
Twitch
I'll
is
I'll tell
people don't have to
I'll
stay.
tell you one particular story I've had, and this is just me, and this won't happen for everybody, and of course this is not a standard for every streamer, but when I first started streaming with my brothers, and we were the Walker brothers, um, and and we streamed together, and it got to the point where our schedules wouldn't match, and we couldn't stream consistently, so we stopped for a couple of years until it got to the point where I couldn't, we couldn't just stream. So we became WillPog, which is me who was able to more consistently stream, um, uh, or be available um, online on Twitter. And so so we started streaming. Well, I started streaming again after a couple of years, and uh, as a new name and completely new thing, just me. And somebody just showed up, and he was an OG member, supporter, and he was actually my first mod, right? And it's funny because I remember the exact moment when he became a mod, which is uh, a troll came in chat, and he started trolling me, and I was like, I was just kind of dealing with it, and then he was like, "Give me mod right now." And I was
Put me in,
like,
coach.
I
Put me
was
in,
like,
coach.
I was like, okay, I'll give you mod. And he banned a person immediately, and it was done with. And this was when I was Walker Brothers, and so a couple of years later, he disappeared, and he appeared, uh, you know, uh, later, probably 6 months into my new streaming, quote unquote career, and he gave $100, and I was like,
Oh man.
"What?"
Yeah.
I
Awesome.
was like, "What?" And he was like, and and he was like, he was happy to be back in the Twitch sphere or whatever. And then I just talked about the troubles that I was having with my truck, right? Well, it's a Jeep, sort of, anyways. It's a truck slash Jeep. And
Is that
how my
Rubicon thing? Is that
it's
what you
not a
have?
Rubicon. No,
Oh,
no,
okay.
it's a Land Rover Discovery, 1992. So, anyways, it's an old
Okay.
Jeep,
Yeah,
but
yeah, yeah.
yeah. So I was telling Chat, not him, but Chat, about how my brother borrowed it and thought it was a diesel, and put diesel engine on it,
No. Oh
Bummer.
and
no.
put diesel engine on it, and it was actually it's a gasoline engine truck,
Oh
so
no.
so anyways, so I thought I shared with Chat about how the expense I was possibly gonna have with it, draining it,
Oh
you
man.
know what could possibly be wrong with a gasoline engine truck running on diesel for a few hours, right?
Nothing.
So
Nothing.
so so anyways, so this person out of nowhere, no prompting, nothing, he gave $1,000. Okay,
Awesome.
on
Through Twitch, like
on
donation, like it came up in as an alert.
yeah, PayPal, PayPal
That's so fun. That's
donation.
cool.
Yeah, Twitch. Yeah,
Very cool.
$1,000, and it's like, I hope this helps you
Mm.
with your expenses on the truck. And and man, I feel
Did you cry,
it's
Will?
hard for
Will, did you cry?
it's hard for me to even express it without tearing up.
See,
but
told you cried.
but
It because you would, right? You'd have to.
it was one of the most crazy feelings in my life. I felt cringe. I felt goosebumps. I felt, you know, love and happiness at the same time. Anyways, it was just the craziest thing. And here's the thing: this person has not showed up in my chat or my stream since then.
Oh wow,
And so I feel like God has
because his wife
used
found
this
out.
person, his yeah, yeah. Well, well,
He needs an
and here's the
office.
funny thing. Here's the crazy thing. After 2 years, I remembered his story and what he was going through and the job he was going for at the time. And he actually got the job that he was going
Oh,
for
cool.
at the time. And so it wasn't. So I knew this person, like I knew this person on a digital form, but the same experience I have experienced over the course of my short solo stream career, um, with the people that have supported my channel. It's just that people just, they're just there for you,
Mhm.
um, and they
And that's
just
what I'm saying.
support you. Yeah.
It's not the money. The reason the
No.
tears come and the reason that the emotions hit and the reason that you get such a physical reaction and there's so much going on, it has nothing to do with the money. There is
Yeah.
stuff happening behind the scenes of, like this is an act of
Yeah.
love, this is an act of sacrifice, this is
Yeah.
a support thing, this is God's got your back, this is the community's got your back, this is the you
Yes.
sent this thing out into the world you were nervous about, and it not only did was it that it's somebody's watching, but somebody's watching and it's affecting them and you're affecting them, is
Yes.
coming back at
Yes.
you, and it's a reciprocal, which means that there's a bigger relationship blossoming, and like there's so much happening in that one moment that has so
Yeah.
little to do with the money, but that money is a signifier of it, right? It's just
Yeah.
it's like a yeah, so it's such a moment. And I know for me, I feel like I almost live in that moment on my stream because I'm constantly and ever in awe of where I am, because I don't feel like I deserve it, and I don't feel like it's something that
Right.
I would have ever guessed I would be part of. It's not something I would ever have told you 2 years ago. I would have said you were crazy that I'd be
Yeah.
doing this,
Mm.
going by
Right.
by a handle or whatever. And then when someone comes into chat, or someone says, can I be your mod, or let's be a mod, or can I help, like I've had this experience multiple times, and this is going to be kind of sad, but it's supposed to be a good story. Essentially, like as I was going through church and being a pastor and whatnot, I went through a lot of abuse. I've been through
Mm.
an abuse, two abusive churches and a dead church. That was my career. And when every time I tried to preach, or I
I'm
tried to
listening.
change things, every time I tried to move things in some direction, I'd have someone actively like wreck me. Right,
Mm.
everything was pulling, everything was hard, everything got nuked from underneath, or in some secret meeting I wasn't attending, the rug pulled out from under me, and that was just kind of my ministry for decade and a half, right? And I would I it was like within the last few weeks here. I can't remember. And it's the ukulele's in chat. That I'm looking at the name right now. This person,
Mm.
uh, I have been getting more overwhelmed. And I told you the list of all these things that I've got going on, and I said I
Right.
don't know
Right.
what to do. There's so many things, and she says, "How can I help? Can we have a meeting where we just kind of talk about it, so I can help you put the stuff on a list and then figure out what ways I can support you?" I
Mm.
almost died. because that is not something that has happened in my ministry. It has been me slogging forward, dragging things out, and to have someone come up and go, "Can I help? How
Yeah.
can I help?"
Yep.
And not only that, not just like, "Yeah, call me if you need me," but actively go, "I want to step into your life right now because you need help and I want to do something and I have the skills
Yeah.
to do that. I'm going to give you time, effort, energy. I'm going to take care of you in this moment because I think what you're doing is valuable, you're valuable, and I don't want to see you burn out because I care about you." As opposed
Yeah.
to feeling like you're a used Kleenex that you people just keep crumpling up and throwing into the garbage and getting a new one, which is, I'll tell you, a lot. I think there are a lot of pastors out there, a lot of ministers out there that feel like used Kleenex because you try your best, you
Right.
do your hardest, you do things, and they just go, "You know what? We're done with you," and they go get a new one, right?
Yeah.
And they do it again. And
Right.
there are churches out there that will serially hurt young pastors over and over and over and over because that's the pattern that they have. They lie up front.
Yeah.
They don't think they're lying. That everything's going to be different. The last pastor was a horrible, terrible person. He didn't know what he was doing. We don't know why why that keeps happening to us. Come on in. This person, the young pastor's like, "Yeah, I'll come in. It sounds good. I know I don't know what I'm doing, but I believe in God and I'll do my best and whatever." And after a year and a half, they're like, they chew them up, spit them out, and go get another one. And that happens a
Mm.
lot. And it happened to me. And yet to sit here and you talk about, that moment where someone out there not only gets it but shows love to you in such a substantial way. I feel like I live there
Right.
because I've got people in my chat all the time, and I've got, like, Zach, you're one of those people because uh I'm the media creator. I'm the one who says, I'm going to go write a book. I'm going to go create a thing. I'm going to go make a video. I'm going to go uh, do whatever. And I'm going to make it. I'm going to throw it out into the world. And I'm going to do my best to create this thing. And then we'll see how it goes. You came to me and said, would you like to be part of my creation? I think that it's not a matter of you are simply, I'm not going to consume you. I there are people who will look at a pastor, look at a minister, look at a content creator, and they will see as someone to consume. I will eat and I will take and I will look and I will take whatever you have, give nothing back, consume you. And the moment you stop or burn out or die or whatever, I'll go find another one. I won't even
Yeah.
think of you twice, right?
Right.
But to have Zach say, I am not here to consume you. I want to work with you. I think what you're doing is valuable enough that I want to be part of it. And I'm going to risk you being on what I am creating. That meant so much to me.
Mm.
It meant so much to me. And it's these things happen consistently. I live in the state of fear and awe. That's just where I am all the time. I'm like, I don't know what's happening. I'm
Yeah.
terrified, but
Yeah.
dang, things are really neat.
I think I
Like,
think I think you I think you feel that way because of the because I'm assuming you depend more on the content creation than most people, right? Like more than a day job, correct?
mm, yeah, and it's all I do.
Yeah, yeah. So yes, these moments where people come in at a key moment and to support you mean such a huge thing, and also, Zach, for providing us an opportunity to showcase what we do is also a huge opportunity. And it's not like we're using Zach as a means, for our clout, right?
I got nothing to
Um,
give you though.
yeah, yeah.
Zach's
It's
clout.
just
That's what I'm here
fun. It's
for.
just fun to be with people
Yeah.
who
Yeah.
are in the same page, right? In the same spectrum. Um, uh, like me in my work, I don't receive a salary either, right? I depend on people to support me.
Uh-oh.
Did he freeze?
Somebody pulled the plug.
Somebody pulled the plug.
The
Oh,
support ended right
yeah.
then. They
Right
heard
there.
it. They were they were listening and they're like, wait a minute.
Hello.
He's
Oh, there he's back. Hey, he's
You
back.
died.
You died. You
your
were
whole
gone.
thing stopped.
Yeah.
Oh
Maybe
no.
10 seconds.
Oh no. Well, that's Brazilian. That's Brazilian internet for you. So, anyways,
Is that what happened earlier today too? Because all at once your stream just died.
probably yes, probably.
That's gotta
Yeah,
suck for
yeah,
you
yeah.
because you're just you're talking and you're reading chat and because there's a lag there and you're kind of so you don't find out until how long into your conversation by yourself
Right.
before you realize
Yeah.
that chat
Well,
went
Because
down.
you came back
thankfully,
and you were still talking. Yeah.
Yeah.
thankfully, I check my OBS quite often. So,
Good idea.
so I check my OBS and I know that frames are dropping because I normally have another person's stream open, and so I'm looking at the person's stream, and as soon as it starts buffering, I look at my OBS and I see that it's I see that it's
So
sharpening frames. So
you
I
watch someone
stop.
else's stream while streaming?
Listen,
Yes.
Will has
What?
already
Actually,
responded to my tweets while he's streaming. I'm like,
I
wait a minute, aren't you
actually,
streaming? And I pull up his stream. I'm like, wait a minute.
I actually support people's streams, believe it or not. But, uh,
Well, you're
but
lurking.
anyways,
Like you're
He's
like it's over there,
always
it's lurking
lurking.
away. Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay, okay. Here, I thought
oh,
Yeah.
yeah. 90% of the time, I'm just lurking. I'm not saying anything.
I
I'm
thought you were
just
some kind of crazy savant able
chilling.
to like hold multiple conversations, typing on one stream while answering people on
No,
yours.
no. Okay, I have
No wonder you
I
look so
have
tired.
a I
He
have
listen,
AD
he has tweeted at me while he's live.
I have ADHD. I have ADHD, so no, I cannot focus on several things at the same time. So, so, but,
That's funny.
anyways, yeah. So I'll look at my OBS, like while I'm looking at stream, another person's stream, and when it starts buffering, I go straight to my OBS and see if it's skipping frames. Uh, if I do see I'm skipping frames, I stop talking
That's probably for the best.
until it stops until the screen stop skipping until and then I say, am I back? Can people hear me? And then people say, hey, I hear you. So anyways, so that's
I
how I do
I've
things. So
streamed for minutes to nothing because it just plain froze. Like it just like how you're little and then you're on the screen and whatever, like there's a game here and then you're in the corner, but
Yeah.
nothing much is happening. And all of a sudden it freezes and I'm sitting there playing away and talking away and it was for minutes. That
oh no.
because my lag was so bad, I'm like, and all of a sudden it's like,
Well,
we don't see you. You're not
I
talking. What's going on here? How come it
Yeah.
crashed? And I'm like, what?
I
So I
guess
had to like
I guess
back up.
Yeah.
I guess that's the advantage of being a just chatting streamer, because I have nothing else better to do other than chat. And so I look I look at OBS
I
quite
wish,
often,
man.
just to make sure everything's okay.
It does have that little nice
So
feature where that block turns bright red when you're like, no.
exactly. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. When it turns red, I'm like, oh no. Am I done for
Yeah.
today? So
Yeah.
yeah. So yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
If there's a hard way to
So
do something, I'll find it. And just instinctually, right? If you, I've got a few gifts. Like one of them is that, like, if you hand me a menu in any language, it could be Chinese, it could be any language in the world, and say, "What would you like for dinner?" I will point, and it will be the most expensive thing on the menu, just instinctually. The thing that I want is always the most expensive thing on the menu, regardless. That's one of my gifts. The other one is just finding the exact hardest way
that's
to
my
do something,
wife.
right? There you go. No wonder you have an office. And so and so being a variety streamer is the hardest way to do this. Is the hardest way to Twitch. I'm convinced. right? Because
Yeah.
having to come up
Yeah.
with something different all the time, 2 or 3 things for each stream,
Yeah.
having to come up with the, the funny and come up with the interesting and come up with the whatever, and just trying to keep it going and being a variety show 5 days a week, always fresh, always new, always different. It's
Yeah.
really hard. I mean, I've figured out
Oh
a
my
few tools
gosh.
to do it, but holy moly, like,
I will
but I
say
couldn't do what you do, Will. I couldn't.
it's
Well, because if you do
no,
the same
yeah,
thing as a variety stream, if you do the same
it's
thing
hard.
twice, people are like, "Wait, you already did this," and it's like, "Am I not allowed to do the same thing again?" Like, it's weird how that works. Either you do
Yeah,
something different
yeah.
every single day, or you only stream like 1 or 2 days, and you have like this day you do this, and this day you do
Well,
this.
That being said,
But
I
even
have
then,
moved away from
I
that.
you
think
can't stream like
Yeah.
5 days a week because
I think it's a
yeah,
matter
yeah.
of first of all, uh, one, that's my wife. She can see three different houses that are exactly the same, and she will pick the one she likes the most, and it's the most expensive. That's her. Okay. Second of all, I think yeah, like I don't with my streaming, um, I don't go into the stream with a subject or something, uh, some hot topic or whatever. Uh, I just click start stream and let the people decide what the subject is
How?
about, no matter how
That
hard or
How
difficult or
which is the
that
chicken
must
or
be
the egg? How do
that
you
must be
who's
so nice. Like
No,
I have
that's
to come up with a whole
terrifying.
but I'm saying it must be nice because I have to come up with like a whole program of what I'm gonna do, and even then I fail at keeping up with that. Like it's a whole
yeah.
big thing for me.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying I'm a major streamer or not, but but it's not like I average 10,000 streamers or whatever. But I average 10,000 or 10 streamers or 10 viewers. Well, I don't know why I'm struggling with this, but
Yeah, but that's what I'm asking.
but
Is it when does the cart get behind the horse at the beginning of the stream? Because so okay, here's Will. Boop, we start, and he looks into the camera with his big blank wall. He's
Yep.
not saying anything. He has no topics to come up with. Has prepared nothing. Chat is empty.
Yeah.
What happens then? How do you start?
He just drinks his coffee till somebody says hello.
Just drinks the
And
coffee.
that's exactly it.
That's
I
what
will,
I
I
do.
will literally start stream, okay, with my first cup of coffee, and then
Gee
whoever
whiz.
comes first is like, hey, how are you doing? And then we start talking,
Do,
and then
do
another
you have a
person
starting
pops
screen?
in.
Do you have like
Do
one of
what?
those startup like motion starting
He has
screens that's
Nope.
like
one
Nope.
screen.
I'll be
He has
Nope.
one screen. It's a
Nope.
wall
Are
with
we
Nope.
chat
looking at your
and
screen?
him.
This is the
Yeah,
screen?
without the
Nope.
chat. This is the
Okay.
screen without the
Okay.
chat.
Will,
Can I show you? I don't think I
I'm
can show you
I'm marveling.
on OBS. I don't think I can show you on OBS. But
I have a clock
basically,
that wiggles. I
no,
have a puppet that I use sometimes.
no, I
Like,
don't. I
oh,
don't.
I'm all over the
I don't believe in timers. Or really don't. I click live, and I don't believe in timers. Honestly, no offense, but I do not believe in timers.
Well, I
You
invented them, so
click
I'm okay.
live and you're done. So yeah.
Dude, that's crazy. I find that absolutely incredible. Like props to you. That's not like
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
some
yeah,
kind of like some kind of it's like looking at like a sunset, but the water's up and the sun is down. You know what I mean? Like if you're looking at it, like that's beautiful, but it's just wrong. You know what I mean? Like there's something. It's amazing. I'm amazed, but it shouldn't work like that. That's
yeah.
that's what I
Nope.
feel when I see Will.
No.
The
No.
exception to the
Like I
rule.
said. Like I said,
So when Will
I
writes his
get
how-to Twitch book,
when I get ready.
it's gonna be real
I
short.
the only thing I do The only
Start
thing I do
streaming
is make sure
the end.
my voice is uh, acceptable, and my camera is at the right position, and that's it. That's it.
Oh my goodness.
Then I click live, and that's all
I
I
just
do.
wait for
So,
people to show up.
Yeah, don't write a
yep.
how-to book, Will. You're just gonna it's not gonna work for anybody else.
Chapter 1 is titled Camera, and that's chapter
Okay,
1.
you're gonna need chapter 1. You're gonna need to turn on the camera and the microphone. Okay, good.
Chapter
That's
2.
all I
Open
do.
next and
Now,
then where's the rest of it?
okay.
No, you're done.
Okay.
That's it.
Here's
That's
my here's my
Will
pre
writes a book. It's
Okay.
a pamphlet.
here's my pre
It's a bumper sticker.
stream pre-stream, suggestion, whatever. Um Before I started streaming, I spent about 3 years being a uh, chatter, and that may sound like a lot of time for some
Oh,
people.
you mean on the other end? You
but-
were chatting in other people's streams.
Oh, yes,
That's what you mean?
yes,
Yeah. Okay.
yes. That's exactly what I mean. I was, and that's the reason why I believe that if you want to be supported, you must become a supporter. Okay.
No doubt.
So that's my view on it. So before I was a streamer, 10 months ago, um I was a Twitch subscriber for 20 plus people uh for 4 years. Okay. So over 3 years at least. So I think if you want to become if you want to be supported, become a supporter beforehand.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's the main suggestion I give to streamers or
Me too.
up and coming streamers. Even though I'm not a big streamer, right? But I do believe in that wholeheartedly.
Yeah.
Because
How do I grow on
have
Twitch? How do I get more viewers? How do I get more followers? How do I become whatever? And the answer is,
exactly
are you talking to other streamers? Are you supporting other
right.
streamers? Are you in other streamers chat? Are you getting to know other communities? Do you
Exactly.
enjoy the being on the other end of Twitch where you can be pumping other people up and enjoying other people's
Exactly.
streams and
Like
being excited, being funny in their streams,
okay.
right? Are you
I'm
doing that?
not.
Because if not, don't
I'm not.
start.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm not gonna. I don't want to flex because it's not a flex really. Because he personally does not care about his clout or whatever, and I'm 100%, you know, uh, in accordance with it. But um, I'm friends with Ninja's brother, right? And so I've been to his house. I've had drinks
You
with
know
him.
James? You know my brother? Like immediately I'm like,
No, no,
how?
Wrong ninja.
Oh, you mean the
And
real
the
ninja,
only
the actual
reason-
good one.
and
Okay,
again,
okay.
the only,
Coming
and
from
here's
you,
the-
that was funnier. The real ninja.
And here's the funny thing about it, because I only found out about him because of other people. So my first sub to Twitch was Bonsai Bros. Okay, and after Bonsai Bros, it was Bearded Blevins. Okay, and Bearded Blevins, I did not know was Ninja's brother. Okay, so I've been
Yes.
I've been subbed to Beard Blevins for almost 4 years. Um, and at the beginning of it, I did not know he was Ninja's brother.
Yeah,
Okay.
I found him
And then,
too, and I didn't know he was Ninja's brother either. I was like, "Oh, okay,
yeah,
cool. I like this guy, whatever." And then somebody said something about him being Ninja's brother. He's like, "Well," I'm like, "Wait, what?" It was weird. Yeah,
yeah, yeah. And so since then, I've been to his house. I've had drinks with him
that's
and had
awesome.
fun with him.
He's in Brazil,
And
or you went
huh?
to?
No,
He's where you
I
are. Or you
went to
went to him.
I went to Chicago to
Oh,
where he
far
is.
out.
And it was awesome. It was
Yeah.
awesome. It's been a great time. And I spent the night at his house, and it was great.
I
Um,
can't wait
but
until that starts happening with like, I'm sure it's going to happen. And that's me being able to realize and make real some of the faces and the people that I care so much about in my chat. Like to be able to get together. Like if we say we do the network and all the rest of that stuff, we
yes,
get together as a network group and we actually meet somewhere and we have like a coffee together or whatever. Like I can absolutely, because it is a culture, right? Like there's the
yeah.
YouTubers when they get together, they have a commonality or like or when
Well,
people have a they love it and you want to see people face to face and that's
well,
it's
yeah,
going to be
and
awesome. I
and
can't wait till it
that's
happens because
yeah,
I
and
know it's
that's a
gonna
great
but
thing. Yeah, that's a great thing because since then, um, I have had meetups with uh, members of the community that have subbed to me or been a part of, my particular community for some time in person,
Mhm,
right? So it's not just John, right? John Blevins. It's the people that I've met also since then, right?
mhm.
And I think I met John before I even started streaming individually, right? So so it was awesome to meet some people of the community in person, have a cup of coffee together, me freezing my ASS off, and it was awesome. Um, so John was awesome, and but again, it's a matter of developing a relationship over time. I think that's
let
the
me let
main
me ask you this
point that I'm trying to make.
yeah, for sure, and definitely you have but let me ask you this question, and that's why we don't like Zach. I mean, that is that what you're trying to say? Or like this is
yeah.
no, okay, sorry, Will. My question to you is this: so you're Grandpa Will now at this point. You've been doing Twitch for a very long time,
I missed a lot
and
apparently.
yeah,
Grandpa Will.
he had a kid, and his kid had a kid while you were gone. Try to keep up.
Wow. All I knew was
The
he was married.
what has changed the most in Twitch culture since when you started in chat to now? What would you say is the biggest change you've seen in not Twitch corporate, not like esports, but like in the culture of Twitch, the way that Twitch works? What have you seen the big change? What would you say the biggest difference is?
That's an interesting question. My uh, from my short experience in Twitch, I have felt that uh, what has changed is that people will merge or not merge, will gravitate toward a certain niche, right? So a person will gravitate towards the niche of Fortnite content creation or variety content creation or a mixture of variety slash other game content creation. So that's the main thing I have noticed in Twitch viewership.
What was it before?
I'm not talking. I'm not
Are we
talking
talking
about
about viewers? You're talking
engagements.
about like Like a
Yeah.
viewer will only watch one thing. Is that what you're saying? Whereas they used to watch a whole
Yeah.
bunch of
So
different things.
so 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 a
Oh yeah.
viewer,
So they'll
because
only watch
I
Minecraft.
first
The only
yeah,
thing they do
I
is they come watch
first
Minecraft. That's all they do.
Yeah.
yeah, I first started watching Fortnite when, I don't know why I'm not wearing my glasses. Okay. I wonder why the letters are all mumbled, but um
It could be
anyways,
the 11th hour of streaming
the
that you're entering that as well.
yeah, yeah, it may be the it may be the third bourbon I've had tonight, but
There
anyways,
you go. Yeah.
uh
12
uh
coffees, 3 bourbons, no food, and
but
11 hours of streaming. Everything's blurry.
but but
That's
but
funny, man.
but anyways, but when Ninja was the most popular, Ninja, I don't care who you are, is the one who made Twitch a thing,
Yep.
right?
It's streaming a thing,
Because
really.
he
Yeah,
was discovered
yeah.
outside Twitch.
So
Yeah,
Twitch
right.
a thing.
She was.
Why?
Since then, and Ninja is the one who got me into Twitch. Okay,
Same.
so it's
Same,
not,
by the way.
yeah.
Yep.
So my brother came to me and said he was playing Fortnite, and then he said, "Man, this is the best Fortnite player in the world." And then all of a sudden, it was this blue-haired guy, and it was Ninja, right? So, and that's the funny thing, because I found out John was Ninja's brother before I knew John was Ninja's brother. Okay, so yeah. Anyways, that's a special little treat. I was not clout chasing, that's for sure. But can you hear me? Hello.
Sorry, bud. We can't hear you.
Okay, can you hear me?
No, I can hear Will. I can't hear Zach.
There, I'm here.
I
Sorry.
can hear Zach. Yeah, I can hear you. No,
Yeah,
we
I
just
can hear
weren't
you, Will.
responding to
Okay,
you, Will. Sorry, you were
okay,
just so
okay.
incredibly fascinating and captivating that I lost the ability of speech. So
Okay,
yeah,
okay. So I was talking about Ninja and how I got into Twitch because my
Yeah.
brother told
yeah. No,
me,
we
yeah.
heard you. Yeah. Don't get me
Okay,
wrong. We heard
okay,
you.
okay. Good,
Yeah,
good, good,
that you
good,
were
good.
you had met John before you'd met John because you were clout chasing so hard. I
Yeah.
Yeah,
remember that part.
Yeah. There was
exactly.
so much
I
clout
Yeah,
met
chasing.
John. I met John before I started cloud chasing.
yeah,
Okay, yeah. So I hope
yep.
I know you guys are on the same page, but now I don't know where I was going with my story. Um,
Well, we can forgive that. Zach, I know you
Yo,
don't have any content, and I know that like you don't come prepared with a bunch of questions and stuff like that.
no,
But
I
okay.
do not.
I'm only here for another 12 minutes, and so I was wondering if there's
Okay.
something you wanted to cover or talk about before I go.
What is the diameter of the sun? Do you know?
12. It's 12.
12. 12 what? 12
I refuse to give
Earths?
units.
I don't know. Yeah, right.
Yep,
Yeah, well, I wouldn't understand. I'm American and you're Canadian, so
that's
they're
right.
all
If I
different.
told you the Canadian units of sun measurement, you wouldn't
I'd
understand it anyway.
be, yeah, yep,
But it's
yep. I
12.
wasn't taught those in school. Blame the school system. Rise up. Anyway,
Yeah.
At least 3. Yeah, that's right. At least
The
at least 3.
whatever
42.
system, other, the US has a system, and the rest of the world has another system,
yeah,
and that's kind of sad.
it's
So
it's dumb.
Sorry, there's a guy in chat, and his name is not Snuggles, or her name is not Snuggles.
Yeah.
And I honestly thought for like the last 3 times I looked at it, it was snot hugging. And I'm like, what is a snot hugger or a snot hugging? I'm like, that's so weird. But all right. I mean, I've seen some weird handles, right? Fine. But like people call them stuff, but I'm like, as soon as you throw snot in there, that's a declaration of some kind. You know what I mean? So I want to apologize. So yes, it's not Snuggles. So they're anti-snuggle, don't touch me, or they hate the detergent or the laundry soap. I can't tell which.
So
you
he,
Yeah.
yeah, right. No, he actually comes from my community. So, hey Snuggles, how you doing? And he goes he goes by Snuggles, and then he does that fun thing that like Minecraft streamers do, where they go by not whoever or whatever. They do like not, and then their actual. You know what I mean?
I
No,
don't.
Yeah.
is this that
Yeah.
time in the stream where you're gonna be
I'm
quiet?
hip
Well,
with the
I tend
kids,
to,
Joe.
I
I'm
tend
hip with
to,
the kids.
I tend to in my streams, I tend to, because in OBS you could change people's names, right? Uh, and certain usernames, names, and so whenever they come into chat and they engage enough, right, for a specific period of time, I usually change their name to whatever they're most recognized with. So a a member like a chatter who has gone through like 3 or 4 different names, but I know him as the first name I know him. So I changed his name to that name. So every time I, you know, uh, uh, see him, I see him as that name.
Even when he
So
changes.
even when he changes,
Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know you could do that. I don't know
yeah,
why, except for maybe, like someone comes in and they've got like a jumble of letters and they're like, just call me Susie, right? And
Yeah, I'm
I
like
guess I've
I can't do
you
that.
you change because yeah, but I don't know why I'd change anybody. Although I'm a little afraid to ask what we changed my name to because
Baby Allen.
yeah, Baby Allen. There you go. Yeah, exactly.
yeah. I'm afraid of what people change my name to, but I hope it's just Will.
Is Pog as in PogChamp as in Poggers as in like the gamer term? Is that where Pog comes from, or is it something else?
Yes, yes,
It is.
yes.
So you're trying to
WillPog
be
comes from
you're trying to be
Poggers,
cool.
and I'm known as the person who puts the Pog in Poggers.
You
So
do, eh? Yeah.
uh, that's
I put the
that's
fun in fundamentalism.
that's that's what I'm known for.
I put
So
the mental in fundamentalism.
yeah, well, you guys have your own personal problems, but uh,
All right, dude.
anyways,
I am
yeah.
done tonight. I am done. So if there's
Awesome.
anything you want to close with, I will happily close. But otherwise, I got to go, my friend.
Hey, you're good, man. I got what I need from you. I'm clout chasing, so I got what I need from
Yeah,
you. Have a good night.
don't. You clout me the wrong way. I promise you, there's no reason to clout
Fantastic.
chase over here. Yeah, go clout chase
Seems
Will.
like Zach has more cloud chasing to do with
I
me.
heard that
So.
Will knows Ninja. Like he's so
Yeah.
you if you got
Why
a
else
clout
do you think
chase,
I invited him?
that exact. I mean, yeah. You know he's famous. You know he's got it because he doesn't need any kind of background. He doesn't need
Yeah.
any kind of display. There's no
Nope.
overlays. It's just
Yeah.
Will. Just
Yeah.
Will. That way that because you see
If
the lack
I-
of confidence I have?
Right.
This
If
absolute lack of
I-
ability
if
It's
to
like
I-
those guys
entertain.
that have. It's like those guys that have the real big trucks. Like, okay,
Yeah, the big trucks
If
for the
I,
yeah, exactly. You're
if I know
compensating for something.
Ninja,
Yeah.
if I know Ninja, you will never know. So
I
But
feel like that's
still.
something you won't be able to keep a secret.
All right, dude.
Nope.
Thanks so much. Have a
Maybe
great night.
one day.
See you later.
Have
dude.
a
Thanks,
good
Zach.
one, man.
Christian
you, bro.
Ninja, thank you,
Peace
man.
out.
Love you.
Cool.
Mr. Zach, it's just you and me.
It's just you and me,
You know,
man. Yeah.
You and I and you.
YouTube and Twitch.
YouTube and Twitch. What a crazy mix.
That's right. That's right, man. Usually it's one like a one of us is typing and the other one's streaming, but it's just two of us.
Usually we have like connection issues and I can't like actually, chat, but
Yeah. Yeah, we got this new thing where it's like it's actually like a person to person, like the way this works, this connection. And so like I have to be able to actually stream all of these connections at once. It adds to my
Okay.
internet. Yeah. It's really interesting, but yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
it's really cool.
the reason I have like the crop the way I have right now,
Hmm.
is because if I did the whole full screen, you could see my water bottle
Yeah,
machine,
yeah.
and mini fridge and stuff. So it's just me.
Right. So that's actually I've got mine cut down as well because if you see all of mine, you can see like all my room and my junk everywhere, and it's really annoying. So
Oh
I cut
wow.
yeah, so I cut mine way down. Whoops, that's too far. There we go. So I cut mine way down like that. It makes it nice. Works out pretty well.
Yeah, yeah. That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah. It's kind of nice to be able to do that, huh?
Yeah, it really is. It really is. I'm using like the regular like Logitech uh software. So I'm not using anything fancy, that's for sure.
Yeah, I have one of the Elgato cameras, and it's got a nice software to it. It's actually really nice. It helps with
Oh,
that sort of
really?
thing and cutting it down. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
That's what I
I use
use.
the 9 something P camera webcam from Logitech, line 20.
920 or the 922? Was it a 920 or 9? I can't remember.
I think it's 922, but yeah, whatever. It's good enough for stream, and it
Yeah.
seems like people are still supporting regardless of my mediocre, stream quality. So,
No, but
so
listen though, like that it's proof though that it's not about like you're talking like it's about the content. It's not about, people want to add like RGB lights and they want to add a cool backdrop and all that kind of stuff. And those things can help. I'm not saying they don't help, but like at the same time, like if you don't make good content, it doesn't matter what computer you have. It doesn't matter what lights you have. It doesn't matter,
yeah,
the junk that's sitting behind you.
I
It's,
completely agree.
yeah.
One thing that I don't care if you follow or agree with this particular content creator, but I will never, never forget what she said. And I completely agree at this point. Um, she said that there are there are people who are looking for the specific content that you are providing. Like
Mm,
she says that there are always people who are looking for the specific content you're providing. And so, and the more I think about it, the more I agree with. And so there
mm,
are people out there who are looking for the content you are providing. So whatever content you are providing, just make sure you keep doing it the best you can, and people will come to it,
mm.
right? And I agree with it. I agree with
That's
it
cool. Yeah.
wholeheartedly, because this is coming from a person who has had, you know 100 and, a little over 100 people follow him over the past, you know 9 months, and has averaged a 10-person view count, right? So that's that may not seem much, but it's a lot, right?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Considering as far as engagement, right? So I'm a believer in it for sure. So
Yeah. 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 Man, I know for me though, I was I man, I've been trying to create content for so long, and it feels like there's not a lot of people that vibe with me though. It's always tough, you know. I've
yeah,
got a few. I've got a few, and those few, even though I haven't streamed in like 6 months, those few still watch the videos I put on YouTube. they moved over to YouTube with me. And as a matter of fact, I was just playing a game with them like 2 nights ago. Like these people have become my friends.
Yeah,
Honestly, like if I quit streaming, quit creating content, and just gamed when occasionally, I'd still game with them. And it's really cool. That's awesome. You know, because it's just
yeah,
people that stopped into the chat one time. And then one of them became a moderator and was awesome at it.
yeah, 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 yeah. I think with me it's a little different because my nature of things, I'm a just chatter, so I'm not a gamer necessarily, but I feel like you know the famous ninja term time in is
Yeah,
actually true because um, for me, the reason I have the engagement and the people that I have on my stream is because of time in, even though I didn't have the intention of streaming, the time in that I gave to the communities that I'm part of. And
yeah,
here's a term or a phrase that's specific to me, and I don't know if I'm the one that coined it, okay, but I'm the one that came to the realization of it as a person, okay. If you want to uh, if you want to be supported, you be supportive,
mhm,
right? So if you want to be supported by people, make sure you support people. So before I started streaming, I was a sub to certain streams for over 3 years, right?
yeah,
And that may sound discouraging, um, but it's just simply true, right?
yeah,
We were joking about me being friends with Ninja's brother or whatever the
yeah,
hell that is, but
yeah,
but um, you know, but yes, I'm friends with him, but I'm friends with him over like the past almost 4 years,
hmm,
right?
yeah,
So
yeah,
it's not like something. It's like it's not cloud chasing in any way, shape, or form.
right,
Um, and so
hmm,
yeah. So if you want to be supported, make sure you support people.
yeah,
um, if you don't actively support people, uh, don't expect to be supported.
hmm,
That's my main takeaway over the past 4 years or so, and I haven't seriously streamed for uh, less than a year. So it does take time. It takes time in, unless you're extremely talented at a specific game or whatever you're doing, whatever your focus is.
hmm,
Um, if you're not, then you really need to work on your relationships. You know what I'm saying? So, but
yeah.
again,
I
even if
really need to
even
do that.
yeah, but again, even if you don't have like the best experience or you know uh, ability in these other areas, there are still people who are out there who are looking for people, the average Joes, who are just trying to get better and better
Yeah,
at a particular game, or there are people out there who are looking for people who are just playing random games. Okay,
Mhm.
I'm almost a 4 year subscriber to um, Co Carnage. Okay, Co Carnage
Oh wow,
is
yeah.
the yeah, Co Carnage is the epitome. Okay, epitome of random variety streamer, right?
Yeah.
Um, and I love the guy. I love the guy. People may not, it may not be people's cup of tea, but I love the guy. I love the guy. And so,
He works at
uh,
Twitch now, right? I think he
no,
works
he's
at
not.
Twitch. He
No,
used
he
to
doesn't
anyway.
work at Twitch. No, he's a signed Twitch streamer,
Yeah.
and he was appointed as a like
Some committee or
Twitch,
something, right?
yeah, Twitch
Yeah.
ambassador
Something.
for
Yeah.
responsibility or whatever the heck it is. But he, you know, personally has admitted that that makes no difference. Like it makes no difference. They like make no difference in the life of Twitch. But sadly, because I truly believe that if Twitch would have followed uh, Carnage's, uh, leading, they would be much better. But
Yeah.
anyways,
Yeah.
that's another subject. But anyways, but I'm a supporter of his, and he's the epitome of variety
Yeah.
streamer. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like he plays a different game. Like as soon as he's done, he plays another game and another game and another game. And so there are different. He's the epitome of variety streamer. And so other than if
He's
I'm
got
not
one
watching,
he's got
yeah,
1.4 million followers on Twitter on Twitch.
yeah,
I was
and
just
he
curious, yeah.
no, and he averages over 10,000 viewers a stream.
Yeah.
Okay,
Isn't it closer to like
so
20 almost? I want to say, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm completely wrong.
maybe, yeah. He does at least. I'll just say he does at least 10,000 streamers or viewers on
Yeah.
Twitch at
Yeah.
any given moment.
Right.
Okay,
Yep.
so
Yep.
so um, it doesn't matter what he's playing. That's the thing. It doesn't
Yep.
matter what he's playing. So he's the epitome of the uh, variety streamer, and
Mhm.
so and that's what I mean by saying there are there are viewers out there for whatever you are streaming. Okay,
Yeah.
I see that with my stream. Okay,
Hmm.
I don't mean that with uh, I don't have the awesome viewers that Carnage has, or Ninja has, or even
Yeah.
Jonathan Blevins has, but there are viewers out there just for people like them, the same as there are viewers for just the people like me. Okay.
A white wall and
Um,
coffee.
Yeah, exactly, exactly.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
so when you think about it, I have about 300 viewer or followers on Twitch, but only about 120 of them are um, since I started streaming, and that doesn't sound like much, but I average about 10 viewers a stream. Okay.
Yeah.
So when you look at the numbers, right, the
Yeah.
engagement, it's a lot. It's a
Hmm.
lot, right? The
Yeah. That's
percentage.
huge. Yeah.
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 But it, it's not about like, oh, William is awesome. It just means that people are looking
But you are.
for the 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 particular content I'm
Hmm.
offering.
Yeah.
People to chat with, right? And just
Yeah.
hang out with and talk about anything and drink coffee, right?
Yeah.
So those are the things, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, uh, 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 yeah.
Yeah, like
So, anyways,
in your streams, like that coffee command, that goes nuts, man. Like that's
yeah,
that's what people come to hang out. They come to hang out with you and drink coffee. It's what they do. Do you have a fresh coffee, or is that still your cold coffee from before? The
it's
grounds in it.
it's a very cold coffee. It's like as thick as
Oh,
it's as thick as any thick could be right now. So
you drink that?
I do because it's coffee. I'll drink any kind of coffee. So
Oh man, I'll throw mine out. Listen, I'll throw mine out and get a fresh cup.
nope. I can't do a fresh one right now because it's too late,
Late
honestly.
enough, yeah. Fair point.
It is 12:10 my
Yeah,
time.
it's
So
11 o'clock here.
yeah,
I think we're gonna sign it off here. How does that sound?
that sounds good. That's okay
Cool,
with
man.
me.
Yeah, thanks for hanging out, Will. Appreciate it. Have a good night and get some rest, man. Some much needed rest.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah,
So
and you guys
yeah,
can find Will at twitch.tv/WillPog. Same way it's spelled right there on the on your screens. Anyway, you can type that in chat if you want to as well. I did earlier, but I don't know if anybody clicked it. Twitch.tv.
that's okay. That's
Well,
okay.
no, not
Like I
and
said,
no. I was like while we were
like
talking and
okay,
stuff. I didn't draw any attention to it. It was while we were like talking
like
and stuff. That's why I was saying like I don't know if anybody clicked on it or not. So
and like I said earlier, okay, there are viewers out there for everybody. So
true.
if there is somebody out there, okay, in this podcast that is looking for somebody like me, they will follow me and start viewing me the same way with you, Zach. Okay. Even though you're on YouTube, okay, it doesn't, it's just, unfortunately,
There's
but,
people on YouTube looking for what I am providing. Just saying.
yeah, there are literally people on YouTube. For some hell reason, they're
That are
looking
watching
for
live
some
streams on
yeah,
YouTube.
on YouTube. They are looking for people just like you. So
Yeah,
I don't
absolutely.
care. I don't care. So if you mentioned me once on the stream, that's fine.
There
Okay.
you go. There you go.
So
No, and I
yeah.
like I said, the only reason I said I don't know if anybody clicked it was because we were in like the middle of like talking and stuff, and I just typed them during the middle of stuff. So I don't know if anybody saw it and clicked or not. That's why I was doing it again because I was like, hey, listen, go follow. So
Yeah.
did your
Yeah.
follower
No
count go up
problem.
yet? Did your follower count go
I
up yet?
appreciate it. I don't know. I haven't checked. So
Yeah.
I don't check my follower count until I actually go live. So
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Yeah, that was my thing too. I only ever saw it when I went live. I'm like, oh, look, there's more. Or, oh, look, there's less.
yeah,
You know, it was really interesting.
exactly.
Yeah, for a while. So at the beginning of when I started like streaming and stuff, I played a lot of Fortnite. And I played Fortnite on Switch, on the Nintendo Switch. That was my content, man. And I had
Okay.
20 to 30 people watching like every stream. And it was awesome. Well, I got away from that eventually. And so like numbers went down, the content changed. And what was really interesting was I was getting a couple of follows most streams, but the number was staying the same.
Okay.
So people were like, "Oh, I remember when I used to follow him. Oh, I don't like what he does anymore. Unfollow." Like I always thought that was
Oh,
funny. I'm like,
okay.
I'm getting
Okay.
follows, but the number was never going up. It was really
Yeah,
interesting to
yeah, yeah.
me.
No, and I get the same. I get the same thing. To be honest, I do get the same. Relatively the same numbers as I do when I first started, but that's the point of time in, right?
Yeah, yeah,
That's the point of keeping it going, because if people are still watching you, even if it's the same people, if they're still watching you, you're doing something right, right?
Yeah,
You're doing something right. So,
something.
yeah. So in my case, then I can't speak for everybody, but in my case, I've been very blessed because I've had the same people, the same group of people who
Hmm.
have showed up, including yourself.
Yeah,
Okay,
buddy.
I, I don't want to exclude you, but including yourself, who have been a part of and supported me in my you know
Can I tell you a
little.
secret real quick?
Okay.
So today, on your stream, when um, people were donating $1,
Yeah.
making you drink,
Yeah.
that was me.
Are you serious? Are you I'm a
Are
good
you gonna see
friend?
that? Yeah,
Or
I was the good friend and the better friend.
oh my gosh, are you serious? You made me drink 2 sips of freaking whiskey. Uh, oh,
I
that's
figured you'd
awesome.
see it in like your PayPal or something like that. I didn't know
No,
if it
no,
comes
I don't
through.
check that. I do. I mean, I do see it in my emails, but I
Yeah,
don't check like the specific emails. Like the specific.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's awesome.
I was just having
Okay,
fun,
see,
man.
so you made me drink 2 sips
Uh,
of whiskey.
it was
Okay,
fun.
well,
It was fun.
I can't like be mad at you because I'm not mad at drinking a
Right,
couple of
right.
drinks of whiskey. You know what I'm saying?
I
So
listen, I did it once and I was like, I'm gonna do it anonymous just cause. And I thought somebody else will jump on this. Nobody else jumped on it, so I did it again, and still nobody did it. And I was like, well, this sucks. I was
yeah,
like,
nobody, nobody wanted me drunk, and that's
except me. I was over there like, drink.
I I don't know if I should be, disappointed
Right,
or
right.
glad, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
Yeah. I was having fun, man. I was cracking up. I was cracking up. Nobody else
Uh,
wanted to join the fun though.
I'm glad. I'm glad. Okay, well, I
Anyway,
now I know. Now I
now
know
you
who you
know.
are
Now
without your
you
gift.
know.
Yeah.
Then I tried to play it off as like a second person did it when I was like an even better friend, and then nobody jumped on. Nobody
Well,
jumped on.
when you said an even better friend, I was like, this is the same person. They're just poorly trying to to
Everclear.
look like a
Oh,
different person. Yeah. So
yeah. uh, so you knew
uh,
that it was probably the same person.
yes,
Shoot.
I did know. I did know.
That was fun. That was fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, cool. All right. Well, I think we're gonna call it.
Okay.
Have a good night, man. Thanks for hanging out. It's been a lot of fun.
I'll see you. Wait, when is the next
2 weeks.
podcast?
Two
So
weeks.
15th? 15th?
Bi-weekly.
Okay.
Wait. Hold on. I actually the 15th.
Right, 14th.
I might be not here for that.
Okay.
Although, well, wait. Listen, I'm gonna try to. My family's going on vacation.
Yeah. Yeah, keep me posted. I may
I'm gonna try
be
to.
on
I'll have to be at a. I'll be at a special location or something.
yeah,
Yeah.
I may be on trip visiting my brother, but other than that, yeah, I'll be here. So, let me know.
Cool. Sounds good, man. Peace. See ya.
Take care. Love you.
Take care. Love you, bro.